Yo, what's up? It's 12th of September. I took two trades today, and one of them was a break even, and the other one was a loss. So overall, I am down $585 on the day. And let's get into what my thought process was and why I took these trades. So on the 4 hour chart, this is the order flow, clearly bullish, right? And then on this candle is where market was opening, and we are almost at all-time highs. So I thought, okay, today's the day we're going to take the all-time highs, and it did take that. And I was looking at this little bullish fair value gap getting respected, and on the 15-minute we hit the equilibrium of this range over here, from here to there, over here. And then there was an SMT. So at market open, I basically expected us to take the all-time highs. So after we hit the equilibrium and created an SMT over here, I was waiting for a break of structure, and I actually saw a break of structure on the 15-second right over here. This was a break of structure, and then I saw another SMT form, and then as soon as I saw a bullish reaction with the fair value gap, I entered over here. I kind of top ticked it, entered at the very top of this candle right there, and then I put my stop loss below the SMT, and I was targeting the all-time highs. And at first it was going well until 10 a.m. red news dropped. Now I was aware that 10 a.m. red news would be very volatile, and just to play it safe, I put my stop loss to break even over here because we had already seen some move up, and I don't want to potentially lose money even though I'm already in profits. So I put my stop loss to break even around this point of time, and then 10 a.m. I get wicked out. And if I had not moved my stop loss, then I would have still been in this trade, and this trade would have been a winner, and I would have made money on the day. But I decided to play it safe and manage my risk. So on this one, because it was so volatile, it got slipped. So because of the slippage, I lost like 55 bucks on this trade. So, and then I was looking again, and I realized the high time frame is still the same model. The high time frame is still hunting this all-time highs, so nothing has changed. It's just that I am stopped out because at 10 a.m. we just simply wicked down to take more liquidity so that we could rotate higher. So I thought, okay, this is the turtle soup. This is the last stop hunt that we will experience before we take the buy side. So I was even more confident that we would take the buy side. So what did I do? I looked for another entry. I almost never do this. As soon as I lose a single trade, as soon as I take one trade, I am off the charts. But in this case, I was just so confident in the order flow that we would take the buy side today. So what happened was we created another SMT after 10 a.m. And then we created another SMT, and then we started going up. So I thought, okay, now is the time. We stopped everybody out on this wick. Now we rotate and take the buy side. So as soon as I saw this fair value gap, I entered there, targeted the same highs, and put my stop loss on this SMT. And we chopped around. Man, this felt like ages to complete. Like, this was so choppy, and I was so stressed. And what ended up happening was I got stopped out. Now I am fine with this. I followed all my rules today, so I'm fine with taking this loss. This was like 500 bucks, so in total it was like 580 bucks today that I lost. And it makes me feel a mix of many emotions because on one hand, I did everything right. Well, some minor mistakes, but I followed all my rules mostly. But still, I lost money. And this kind of screws with my psychology, like, because most of the time as a trader, you're always struggling with trying to do the right thing, and then you fail because you don't have discipline and you have emotions. Well, today I had none of those, and still I lost money. So I did not know how to feel about that. It felt like a sick joke. So on one hand, I'm really happy that I followed my rules. On the other hand, it feels like even though I tried my best, it didn't matter today. But this is just a reality check. In real life, nothing's gonna go as planned. Like, you'll have setbacks, you'll have unexpected hurdles in your journey. So this is simply God saying, hey man, welcome to the real world. This is just how it is out here. And I still believe the choices I've made today, in the long run, I think it is profitable, because we are almost at all-time highs and we are inches away from it, right? So that was my reasoning for taking a second trade to begin with. I could have just simply played it safe, and after getting stopped out or break even, I could have just called it a day, right? But I recognize today's session is not like every other session out there. I knew that as soon as this all-time high target was taken, we would have nothing to trade anymore, right? So I guess you could say I kind of felt FOMO a little bit, but in the moment I wanted to be open-minded and have an opportunity to trade to this level. And that's what I did. And honestly, there were no emotions. I simply traded the charts. That's what I always tell myself. Trade the charts, not your emotions. And today, I simply traded the charts. And like I said, I don't really like taking second trades after the first trade, especially if it's a loss, because I can't recognize for sure if I'm acting out of emotions. That's why I like to just play safe and just step away. But today, I thought about it long and hard enough. This was not an emotional trade. So I am actually pretty proud of myself for overcoming that fear of taking a second trade. Even though the setup is valid, it's a good trade to take. There were many times, I do it all the time, I missed the second beautiful trade because the first trade lost and I stepped away. But today I simply traded the charts, nothing else, and the outcome is what it is. But man, I want you to look at this one more time. To me, this is a perfect setup. We have a bullish fair value gap. We bounce into it. We create an SMT, and we bounce from the equilibrium of the most recent bullish range, and we wicked up, right? We wicked up, and then we have a break of structure on the low time frame. That's like such an A+ model that is a no-brainer for me to take. So I did a great job at recognizing and putting my risk on the table when my signal was clear. And I'm honestly happy with the fact that I took another trade, because this trade was even better than the first one, because we just flushed out all of the liquidity, and then we were starting to rotate back higher up. So this was even a higher win rate trade. But it lost. But I've been sitting in front of the charts trading New York Open for over a year now, and I know how it moves. So that's why I can confidently say, even though this is a loss, on paper it looks bad, but I've seen this kind of setups play out, win in the long run way more than it loses. That's the only reason I'm sitting here saying I'm happy that I took this loss, which could sound crazy to the average ears. So what I'm trying to say is, I believe in my experience. I know what I know, and I'm not gonna let these losing days discourage me. Because I mean, at the end of the day, we're basically back at break even. I've made a lot of mistakes on this account over the past month. I've taken stupid trades. I've taken, small winners, big losers, didn't take advantage of all of my winning trades. And still, at the end of the day, we're basically at break even. And that is a flex that not many traders can tell you. It's like the industry is like at least 80% are unprofitable, right? And then maybe 10% could be, or 15% could be break even, which is where I'm at. And then the rest is profitable. So I'm still above average. I'm still way above the average. And I've been trading on this account. I've taken 16 days of trading. 16 days I traded, 16 days where I could have easily blown this account had I just let my emotions take over and whatnot. But I've went through this, actually it's 17 now. Today is the 17th day. So 17 days, 17 chances for me to blow this account. And if you've traded prop firms before, you know how easy it is to blow these things up. There were 17 days where I could have easily blown this account, but it's still not blown. Matter of fact, it's fine. This account is basically sitting at break even. So, I mean, I take that as a win. I'm not a profitable trader yet, but that doesn't mean I cannot celebrate the little successes. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. Took a basically a full size loss, $600 around. But I feel completely fine with it. But now going back to the charts, I think you're not gonna be seeing much trading videos from me because we had just taken all-time highs. Now we have no information. It's back to just, we're just gonna start doing this now. And I don't know when it's gonna stop. I need this kind of moves to take a trade. And I don't know when this is gonna happen. It could happen next week, next month, next year, who knows? So I'm gonna be looking at the charts every day and waiting for an opportunity to trade again. And that's when you'll see me again. So until then, peace.